Welcome back. And on this World Mental Health Day, we're raising awareness about the stigmas surrounding it and active efforts to support mental health. And if you didn't know it was an issue, it is. In 2020, mental health related visits to emergency rooms jumped 31% among kids 12 to 17 years old. Now, according to a new CNN and Kaiser Family Foundation poll, 9 out of 10 adults think the U.S. is in a crisis. And here now to discuss a variety of mental health challenges, the symptoms to monitor, and the possible solutions is Jaimie Clayton, the CEO and president of Oakland Family Services. Jaimie, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I want to start right off out of the gate here with just how serious. Can you tell us just how serious the current state of mental health among Americans is right now?
Sure. Good morning. Thank you for having me. Well, as you noted, there's many studies out, the one that you just indicated, and then there was another one recently that talked about how the pandemic has actually changed people's personalities. So we're seeing significant rises in demand for all sorts of mental health services, depression, anxiety, and substance misuse. And there's also statistics that are showing that suicide is actually the second leading cause of death in adolescents 12 to 19 currently. It's shocking.
Yeah, and that's terrifying to hear that too. I mean, what are you guys seeing at Oakland Family Services now? Has there been an increase? Has it gone down a little since the pandemic, or is it still just very active? You know, just as you're seeing just as many people.
Demand has actually gone up. Now, there's something counterintuitive about this. We're actually glad to see that more people are reaching out for help because stigma's gone down. If anything good came out of the pandemic and the societal discord and the shootings that we're having, is more people are actually asking for help. They've gotten to this moment of truth where they realize they need more help than managing on their own. So we have actually seen sharp increases in demand for services for people, children who are having issues at school and at home, adults, and again, there's lots of data that's showing substance use has been on the rise during the pandemic and since.
And I mean, you bring up a very good point. It is good to see the numbers going up, but you would hate to know that maybe more people are going through a mental health crisis themselves. So let's talk. You mentioned kids too. Let's talk about how mental health might manifest in kids, and is it differing for adults?
It is, because children can't quite put the words to how they're feeling in the same way. So you may notice that your child is acting differently, acting out. Behaviors are not what you normally see. One thing to keep in mind, especially with this increase, the pandemic plus school shootings, kids don't have the same safe places they used to. You're going to see an anxiety for some around going to school that's going to manifest in them not wanting to go or acting out. You may think they're just being difficult when in fact these are trauma-based reactions and triggers. You may see kids with what we're calling big behaviors. Our kids are still struggling to learn how to socialize from the pandemic, having been isolated for so long. So the kids act differently. They don't have the words to say, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm scared.
Right. And what age do you think that you should start maybe raising some red flags or maybe consider seeking some help? You know, sometimes people might think, well, my son or daughter, they're too young, then probably it'll be fine, they're just growing up. What age group would you say you should start reaching out?
We actually help kids, 3 and 4-year-olds we're seeing in our preschool that are really struggling with separating from their parents because they hadn't been away from them, or again, that fear and anxiety. So we don't really say there is an age that's too young. It's really more, is it persistent? Are you unable to help your child settle and feel more secure and the behaviors to resolve through, basic behavioral techniques at home? Increase routine, more security, encouraging them to talk. It's never too soon to reach out for help.
Right. Well, I know there's so much that we didn't get to. Where can people go to get more information, Jaimie?
You can find Oakland Family Services on all of your social media and www.oaklandfamilyservices.org.
All right. Jaimie Clayton, thank you so much. Again, that was oaklandfamilyservices.org. You can always seek help, regardless if you're unsure or not. It's best to seek help first and get some extra information. So, Jaimie, thank you again so much for your time.
Thank you.